Hi guys, today I'm playing some BFB Colosseum, and seem to be making a habit of forgetting to skip the map. This time, however, it was different because I was starting my recording, so that's how I was playing against someone that was pretty good, so I decided to start my recording, and it took me a little bit long, so I didn't get back in time to set up my towers. So I just had to go with a random trio. Worked out decently well. Shaking my head here because I'm starting with a really bad way. You can basically just mess me up right here. I luckily got the jack shooter, which really helps me. I probably should have put that down instead of putting down the second one, but I kind of wanted to get the second 80 income from the first turn. So here, kind of start playing a little bit more defense because if he wanted to, he could be sending a lot of blues at me right now. I have a decent enough defense with the attack shooter right there. That's kind of deterring him a bit, I think. He's deciding to go with Cobras, which is kind of funny that he brought Cobras too. He also has a Dart Monkey, which is pretty good on this map. I'm not sending him any eco because, one, I'm just trying to build up some Cobras, get some income of my own without exposing myself too much to an attack. And also, kind of about this point, I realized that he's kind of overplaying his hand. He's going a bit crazy. Well, I have more Cobras than him, but that's because I had more money at the beginning. But he's starting to go crazy, and he just keeps on building Cobras. When I play this map, almost every time it's over by probably like round 10 at the very most. No, I mean round 13 at the most. Usually close to round 10. So, I don't play late game at all. I'm just trying to get some early eco, not going too much with the kind of late game strategy. Basically just trying to build up and figure out what rush can kill him. So right now, like I said, he's kind of overplaying his hand. He's got 6 Cobras. He sells 3 of them right there just to upgrade it to, I'm not exactly sure what that is. That's probably offensive push, maybe. He's got to sell more Cobras to get the Lightning Wizard. Sells his Dart Monkey, which seems kind of stupid. I don't know why he did that. And he buys it back, but it's too late. So that's one of the cool things about pool. It's kind of quick match. So, give him a thumbs up. Kind of a fun match there. And I'm going to jump right back into BFB Colosseum. Let's see who we get matched up with. And it is that guy. The guy from the thumbnail, if I did my job correctly and I put that in the thumbnail. He's obviously really good since he's got 77% win, and also he's been first twice, and he's also been in the top 100 18 times. So, we're playing Ice Flow, which has got to be one of my favorite maps. I don't know. I just love playing on it. That and also Icy Castle. They're just a little bit different. Kind of have to play them a different. I think that's what it's called? Snowy Castle, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure. You have to play a little bit differently than the rest of the maps. That and Pool. They're all really short. Or, not really short. This is Snowy Castle. Just don't have much room. Pool is really short. So you kind of have to play them all a little bit differently. So, I'm starting out with a farm. A lot of people just go pure eco. I tend to put down a farm though. That gives me an advantage on eco. Just early, I can do some mixed eco. And it also allows me to go a little bit more hard on the eco, and I still have a bit of a safety net where I could sell my farm and buy something. Which is probably my favorite part about the farm, is kind of its defensive capabilities. So he's going just eco subs to start out with, which is really good for this map. Kind of either subs or Buccaneers is a really good start. I don't know. A lot of people like Buccaneers, but I tend to dislike them. They have a really good ability. They can just take down a BFB, but I don't in general like them as much as a sub. Sub has a really good first strike. Take down a ZOMG, which is a ton more expensive, but it's also a fair amount better. And also, the whole exploding dart, or what's it called, triple darts, as well as, no, it's not called triple darts, airburst darts, as well as the ability to fire off of other towers areas. That really is nice. As well as obviously the sub. Sub is really good on this map. Kind of put it right next to where my one dart monkey is, and it can cover a big area of that map and just really help out with mass balloons. Even later on in the game, it kind of means that your other towers don't have to pop the mass balloons as much, and can just focus on the Moabs and BFBs. So we're both just kind of working on eco. I'm kind of saving up right now. I'm going to push him some yellows. Subs aren't necessarily that great for mass amounts of balloons. He's going to have to get 2 airburst darts here, and he's still struggling with the yellows. He's putting down some attacks. He's really trying not to boost here, but he has to in the end. I have enough in the bank that I can just keep on pushing until he has to do that. If he hadn't, he would have gone down there probably. So I'm about to send some more yellows. I maybe could have sold my farm, but I was pretty sure he was going to get down the reactor sub in time, so I didn't do that. Decided to save my money. Here I'm kind of not paying attention, and I have to get my sub down real quick, and I kind of mess up. Boost probably saved me actually. I mess up, I don't get my sub down early, and I don't get the leads. Put down, attack, and I get that one. If he'd sent more leads, he probably would have gotten me, but he gave me a little more credit than I was due, I guess, and he only sent one in order to make me buy a sub. So, pretty even right now, pretty even on lives, pretty even on eco. Yeah, he's got the chipper, which is nice. I'm going to test it out in a minute with some ceramics, but it really helps out with ceramics. Especially on a shorter map like this, it can really help. If he sends me some ceramics, it's going to be a lot more hard for me to handle them than if he just has that one chipper. So he sends me Rainbow, probably like 3 or 4 sets, so that's probably like $5,000 worth. And I boost just to make sure I have enough there that it's not really that big of a deal. I'm not sure that he thought that it was going to take me down. Maybe he thought that he might get lucky, but he was expecting me to boost at least. So he got a boost off of me, which isn't too bad. I sent a bunch of regrow ceramics, which wasn't necessarily the greatest idea. I was hoping that someone would get through. They can buy some more stuff, more than just one chipper, but he handled them pretty well. So right now I'm gearing up for a round 18 Moab. And yeah, this is also a map that doesn't tend to go late game. I've definitely gone late game a couple times here. Both people have sub and they kind of just play a little more defensive. So I wait a little bit to get that, which kind of hurts me. But yeah, I do boost though, which helps. If he boosted, it might have been a little bit different of a story. I meant offensive boost. I offensive boost against him, and he doesn't have defensive boost, and I defensive boost, and he doesn't. So I think for that right there, the boosts made the difference, and I went ahead and took him down. Give him the thumbs up. Good game. And yeah, that was pretty tight match. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right back in against Cody Fischel. He's obviously a pretty solid player, 67%. That's probably higher than I have, wins-wise. He's giving me a cry face. Giving me an angry face. That's probably my favorite emote there, that kind of just wide open mouth thing. Might have to spend $2 just to get that one. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this battle. It's kind of one of the easier maps here. It's really good with the boomerang. You can put them on both of those turns there, and they can do a lot of damage. So, what I'm trying to do right now is, like right this part of the game, I'm trying to get the other person to build more monkeys than I am, and I'm trying to get my farms down just a little bit sooner than they do, just to give me that little split-second advantage. I tend to wait and get the second upgrade instead of going for the first one. A lot of people don't. I tend to just because it gives one more banana, and it's basically the same cost, but I don't know. Not sure if it's wise for me to do that or not. So we're pretty even on farms right now. He's put them in central position, which is kind of, I don't like putting them there. I like to leave that space for me to put dart monkeys there. I just like to have that space. Allows me to defend if I need to. I could put a ton down, and I think that might end up hurting him, but maybe that's just me saying how good my strategy is, or my thought of that. So sending some yellows, trying to make him boost here. I'm starting to really like this rush. Kind of rushing late round 9. Well, not even necessarily late, just kind of round 9. Round 9's a pretty quick round. And then going with regen leads, I usually go 2, and then a lot of pinks. And I boost usually right after the first lead, and that allows the pinks to cover up the leads so that they can't get popped by whatever they put down to pop the leads, and the leads also help to keep the other pink balloons from getting popped, and that is more than enough to take them down. I probably had another 100 lives going through there. So, that was kind of a fun, quick match. He is just in a bad mood today, I guess. So, this is a longer gameplay. I don't know whether you guys enjoy kind of closer to 15 minutes, or whether closer to 5 minutes is better. You can comment, give me some advice, or tell me what you prefer. Yeah, so this is kind of the last battle here. It's against someone who's not necessarily that experienced. Put down all of his attacks, I believe, so that's not necessarily the best strategy. Here I played a little bit risky. I go for my farm instead of getting my dart monkey up. And then I boost a little bit late. Could have boosted earlier, maybe when I got that first upgrade, I don't know. Leaked quite a few lives. I'm sending a bunch of pinks. He's deciding to boost instead of build another dart monkey. So now I'm down to 70 lives, slowly ticking away at his lives. I'm up by 1 farm, which is good. Both shaking our heads at his play there for boosting again. So now I'm up by, well, now I'm back down to only up by 1 tower, or 1 farm. So, for some reason he boosted there. I was boosting those blacks in just to make him build another farm, but it actually worked to make him boost, and at that point he was pretty much done for. And he decided to quit. So, yeah, that's about all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of fun to get to play that one guy with the new skin. He's obviously a really good player. It's fun to stay with him and beat him. If you enjoyed that, then leave a comment, like I said earlier. Hope you come back for my next videos.